Hi, in this episode I want to touch on using a flash with your camera and why you'd want to do that. Now, we've already covered off all sorts of stuff in prior episodes, including ISO, that you can bump up indoors to be able to take shots in low light. However, there are times that you're going to want to use a flash because you want the colors to pop. Now, we've all seen those wonderful photographs of yesteryear where the flash is shot straight onto people or even off of a smartphone, and it looks like they've just come from the passport office or they've just come out of prison. Now, in a smartphone, you don't have much of an option because you can't move the flash off the camera or you can't bounce it. Whereas on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, if you go out and buy an extra accessory, you will have the ability on most flashes to be able to tilt them up. So it'll be mounted to the camera, and then you can actually move the flash head at various degree angles so that you can bounce it off the ceiling, which is a great option. The camera flash units sometimes also come with light modifiers where you put a dome on the top of the flash head and it helps disperse the light in a very complementary way, or you can go out and buy third-party diffusers. So we're going to go take the cameras down to the basement. We're going to set up a simple studio environment again, and I'm going to show you the differences between bounce and using diffusers. Anyway, let's go on and have a look at that. And we're going to see what comes back. And it's nicely exposed, but we can see there's quite a bit of shadow, so we're going to try and leverage this up. And we're going to fire the flash again. And we're going to see what we got. Better. I'm going to use the bounce card. And we'll put this away, and we're going to put it on the diffuser dome. Okay, so this is the diffuser dome. And that's all set. So we'll fire that now. And the last piece I'm going to do, and we're just going to double check that should be nice and smooth. And we're going to try the Gary Fong, which is this piece. And as mentioned, this collapses down. It's just soft rubber, a rubberized plastic. Fire that now, and we're going to see how that worked out. And that's nice and diffused. One of the challenges with shooting outside, especially at certain times of the day, is the light can be extremely harsh where you end up with a lot of shadows. The type of imaging that we are doing right now, I have these lights through light modifiers that smooth out the light. They're diffused. So you want to be able to get that effect outside with a flash. And what you can do is use the metering mode on the camera flash head called TTL, through the lens metering. And there are different manufacturer terms for it depending on which camera maker that you're using. But most commonly what will happen is with TTL, the flash computer and the camera computer will talk to one another and figure out what the right amount of power output and the duration of light that needs to be onto the subject itself. And this gives you a lot of control, especially in a backlighting situation and or if you're front lit, to be able to kill that shadow off without having to run around with large light modifiers that might not be handy. And or if you could be on holiday and you want to just set up a nice family shot, if you've got a flash, you can fill that backlighting in. You can get the nice complementary light that you're getting from the actual subject area that you're in, as well as for portraits, ladies especially. It makes a huge difference as far as what you're able to do with them. And the biggest suggestion I have is you try a couple of the different settings on the flash head in order to find out what the nice blend is. And one of the suggestions I have is to tone down the amount of power output by 1/3 of an EV. Depending on your flash manufacturer, you might need to do that in camera. And the net advantage of that is that you're able to allow the natural light to be a little bit stronger than the flash, so it looks like there's a natural amount of fill from something other than seeing that bright pop from a flash.